Hey my lovelies, welcome back to my channel. I know it's been a hot minute, but I'm back. So how has everyone been doing? Me personally, I've had a rough few weeks. Last month, April, was kind of hard, um, health-wise, physical, and then it started to kind of take a toll on my mental health, but not too much, but yeah. And then I got my vaccine, which then made everything even worse. But I'm back, I'm better, and I'm plodding along. So I decided to do a video today, just talking a bit about mental health, and since it's Mental Health Awareness Month, and specifically this week is Mental Health Awareness Week. So, um, Mental Health Foundation is the UK's leading mental health charity, and so their theme for this week is nature and environment. So they're really encouraging people to connect with nature in whatever way they can to improve their overall well-being, really, and their mental health. So whether you are still shielding, or if you have a bubble, or if you have to go to work, it's just finding ways that you can implement that connection with nature, so that you can feel the benefits of how much the natural surroundings can greatly impact you, basically. Mental Health Foundation is the UK's leading mental health charity, and for over 21 years now, they've been holding the Mental Health Week, which is from the 10th of May to the 16th of May, so 7 days out of the year. Although May is like Mental Health Awareness Month, but every single May 10th to May 16th, they put on a theme for that week, and for this year, the theme is nature and environment. So they're encouraging people to get out, connect with nature. So it's no doubt that this past year has been a real struggle for everyone. And it's kind of really forced people to, take the small things and really cherish them, and, like, not take things for granted. Stuff like time, love, and spending that quality closeness with your loved ones, because this year really showed that, like, things can be taken away from you like that, like the freedom that people thought they had, they weren't allowed to have it. And so just doing the little things really helped people to get through, like TikTok. That really blew up. People were starting YouTube channels, people were baking, trying out art. People who didn't like nature before were finding that, the only thing they can do at the moment is probably go downstairs and, like, walk around the green area for a bit, or go to their local park. And that had to hold them for a long time, as we were in lockdown or people shielding. So I think this past year really made people like think and reflect on themselves. And so this year, with the theme being nature for Mental Health Awareness Week, I think is really fitting, because I think even if things do go back to normal, I think people should really still take these small things that they've learned, which are kind of big things really, over this last year, and still implement them, because it will help them to get through if anything else arises, any other challenges. So yeah. And also, like, I live in London, so for those who live in a city, we know that, like, it's very much concrete jungle. So just simply being outside, it doesn't necessarily mean that you're consciously among nature. So it's really taking that time to like sit with nature and be present and try and, you know, like absorb like the surroundings and see what it's trying to teach you really about yourself and the beauty of nature as well, you know. And yeah, and that can really like greatly impact your mental health for the better. And for those who suffer from physical ailments, I know it's really, really difficult to have that kind of connection with outside. Um, it was already difficult, and then especially with the pandemic now, with this virus that is still around, because let's face it, it's not gone. Even if the government has lifted lockdown or made less restrictions, the virus is still there, right? So for those who are still trying to protect themselves, it might be more difficult to feel connected to nature. So it's just finding ways that you can try and, you know, improvise and really like connect with outside, and even if you're not outside, bring nature to you. Like for instance, having houseplants or um things like having pets. I know a lot of people have support pets for their mental health, which is really, really good. So if you haven't got one, if like because some accommodation they don't allow pets, unfortunately. I would like a dog. I would love a dog. But yeah, some accommodations they don't allow for you to have a pet. So um I guess it's just finding other ways. Maybe you can adopt. You could. I know there's services where you can donate a small amount to charities, to pet charities, and that can help to look after a specific pet. Feed them, make sure that they're well groomed and looked after.
Hey, my lovely. So I thought I'd break it up and show you some footage of nature.
Just going to mention a few more ways that you can try and connect with nature to improve your mental health. So when you're outside, or if you are just in your house, you could maybe turn down the TV volume or the stereo volume and try and listen out for the birds singing. The As it's springtime, it's not quite summer yet, it's spring still, so you can always hear the birds singing early in the morning to start the day, and they sing at night time as well. So yeah, definitely listen out for some birds singing. And yeah, you could try and visit green spaces, you could watch nature documentaries, you could buy yourself a house plant and try and look after it. You can open your windows. For those who can't get out, that is very important to do, not only to get some fresh air, but just to, you know, have that connection of outside. You could also join your local cleanup group, since everyone is trying to be more environmentally conscious. That would be a really good one to volunteer to try and clean up your park area, maybe, or your estate area. That would be really good. You could also listen to nature sounds on Spotify or YouTube. You could look up pictures on Pinterest or Google some pictures of nature if you can't physically get out. That would be a really good one, or back on old pictures that you've taken before. So let me know in the comment section down below how you have implemented connecting with nature during this time and what benefits it has served for you. I would really like to know. Don't forget to follow me on all my socials. It will be in the description bar below, and I look forward to seeing you in my next video. Bye.